Let's talk about the 40mm lenses. Which one to get, which one is the best for my long time experience in using a bunch of 40mm equivalent lenses. Let's talk about this now. Hi there, Tudor Matescu here. In this video I will compare a bunch of 40mm lenses on full frame, on Fujifilm, on Micro Four Thirds. I'm loving a lot the 40mm field of view. I'm a big fan of it, and I want to share with you which of these lenses that I've used for a long period of time, a couple of years, is my best lens. So if you are in content like this, please subscribe now to my channel and give it a like. Let's look at the lenses that I've used. I have here Lumix 20mm f1.7. Also I have here 20mm f1.4 from Olympus. And this is Ricoh GR IIIx. And here I have 27mm f2.8 on Fujifilm X Pro 3. And here I have Sony A7C with Samyang 45mm f1.8. And I've also used for a long period of time Sigma 30mm f1.4. And I will also throw in the mix the X100V with the 35mm f2 lens. So okay, now which one is my best lens and which one beats them all? This lens, it is 20mm f1.4 lens OM lens. The Pro OM lens. I'm really loving this lens and I will compare it very fast to the other lenses that I've showed you in this video. So how the 20mm f1.4 lens compares to the small Lumix 20mm f1.7. First of all, we are able to see that we have here a bigger package, a heavier package, a Pro build package, and here a pancake lens. Well, this lens, it is good, has good optics, but not as good as the 20mm f1.4. No, not at all. But the biggest problem with this lens, it is the AF. So the AF of this lens is okay, but this is way ahead. You can use this lens if you aren't in a hurry, you will get the job done, but the AF and the optics are under this lens regarding the f1.7 compared to f1.4 lens. If you will stop down this lens at f5.6, probably you will not see any difference, but this is shining at f1.4, and yes, that f1.4 is a bigger advantage in low light, is focusing faster in low light, and so on. So this lens wins against the 20mm Lumix f1.7 pancake lens, because again, it's portable even if it is a little big. Now let's compare the 20mm f1.4 to the Ricoh GR IIIx. Well, this is better. This is better. f1.4, very fast AF, very accurate AF, f2.8, portable, good resolution, but again, this is an f1.4 better subject to background separation, and at f5.6 I can call them equally good. So again, you have here the advantage of an f1.4, the accurate AF, the exact AF. Here you don't have such good AF. Here you have a portable camera. Here you have a take it with you camera everywhere, but the lens is great, but again, this is better, much better, more versatility here, weather sealed, on a weather sealed body. If you want to install it on OMD M10-5 or what body do you want to use this lens? How this lens compares to the X100V lens? I've made several videos and tests where I've showed you how to use X100V in the 40mm field of view. You can do it. I will link that video. But this lens is sharp, this lens is good, but this is better. Yes, this is better. This Micro Four Thirds lens, it's beating X100V without problems. So the image quality again at f1.4, the feather bokeh, the subject to background separation, the Olympus colors, the Lumix colors, the AF, the accurate AF, way better than X100V, no questions asked. Yes, X100V is a good lens. I don't say it's not a good lens, it's a good lens, but this is again better. Yes, it's a little bigger, but better, much better. Fast AF, minimum to focus distance, weather sealed without needing to add a protective filter. And when you add a protective filter, you'll be there. And again, you can use this lens in the 40mm field of view, but no, this is the one. Next, how this lens is compared to the 27mm f2.8. So I have here the 27mm f2.8 Mark II from Fujifilm. This lens, it is fast. This lens has clicky aperture. This doesn't have an aperture ring, so what? I don't need it. And this is smaller. But regarding resolution, image quality, again, much better. This lens lacks some resolution if you're asking me. I'm liking it, it's okay, but you know, it's not there. Something is bothering me. Something is bothering about the resolution of this lens, about the micro contrast, about the details that it's resolving. It's under the X100V lens, this lens. And I've made, how I've said, a comparison in studio where you'll be able to see that this lens is under the X100V lens at 27mm field of view. So again, this lens much better. Next, how this lens is comparing to Sigma 30mm f1.4. I've sold that Sigma. Why? Because it was a big lens. And at f1.4 it was lacking resolution from my point of view. It was lacking the sharpness. Yes, the entire image was great and I was okay with the entire image. I didn't want to sell Sigma. If that Sigma was a little lighter, a little smaller, I would not sell it. But because Sigma is not light and it's pretty big for an everyday carry, is not metal built like this lens, I've sold it. And yes, this Micro Four Thirds lens, the 20mm f1.4, I feel it is much better than the Sigma 30mm f1.4. So much better from my point of view, from my personal experience, than Sigma 30mm f1.4 that is giving you a 45mm field of view on a full frame. Now, how this lens is comparing to Samyang, a full frame lens on Sony a7C. It is heavier than Samyang. It's not giving you that subject to background separation, but the optimized glass. This is where the pro glass comes into play. It's all about the glass and it's all about the aperture leaves, how they are optimized, the feather bokeh, the rendering of this lens. It's something elegant to it. This is a very sharp lens, a very portable lens. This lens is great, but this has some magic to it. This is sharp, very sharp, too sharp if you are asking me. It's doing the job, but this has that special touch. This is where the 20mm wins when I'm comparing it to Samyang. I'm loving Samyang. I feel it is the second lens after this lens when I want to use a bright 40mm equivalent lens small. But this has that special touch, and this is why I feel the 20mm f1.4 it is better than Samyang 45mm f1.8. Next, how I would compare this lens to the big Viltrox 27mm f1.2. Again, look at the size of this lens. Look at the size of this lens. This lens will render very close to the Samyang 27mm f1.2. From my eyes, I'm just giving you my impressions from my years of using these lenses and of pixel peeping. So from my eyes, this lens, it is very close in final image compared to the Viltrox 27mm f1.2. Of course, maybe if you will pixel peep and if you will enter in the details, the Viltrox will have a little advantage there. I don't say it will not have it, but this is smaller, this is lighter. I can use it for pro work, for video work, for street photography, for family photography, for close-up product photography, and so on. So this is the lens. This is the only 40mm lens that is satisfying me. It's meeting all the criteria. F1.4 lens, minimum to focus distance, pro grade, weather sealed, good build quality, portable as you can have a portable pro lens. There is no other lens in the 40mm field of view that will touch on all these points. So yes, this is why I feel that this lens beats them all, and this is why I do recommend, if you have a Micro Four Thirds system and if you are okay with this package and if you love the 40mm field of view, you'll not be disappointed with this lens. You'll not be disappointed. You can look online about chromatic aberrations and all kind of problems when you are shooting water in sun at f1.4. This is not photography. Shooting water in sun at f1.4 is not photography. I'm sorry. This is why I do love this lens and I'm totally recommend it. So if you are in content like this, please again subscribe now to my channel. I also have a newsletter, link in the comments and description and on the screen, so please follow that link and subscribe to my Passionate Photographer newsletter, where you receive tips, tricks and all kinds of free information from me. Now please leave me your comments and check the next video. Click here right now.